do you think?
I would no longer be single.
What do you serve at a clown porn
Somebody
party,
would
though?
just
You know what I mean? Do you do
swoop
like
in and marry me?
Do you
after
do
that.
like is there like what would be the menu at a clown porn thing? I don't know. I'm a little freaked
clown
out.
porn menu? Stuffed baked potatoes.
I will twice baked. I will work on that. If you want a new fun recipe, though, I'll tell you, go to frankdecaro.com because we have Nathan Lane's South of the Border zucchini soup, which is my favorite double entendre of the week. South of the Border zucchini. It's heaven. Anyway.
Explain it, Frank.
Oh, just think about
Get it.
The Cukes of Hazard. Anyway, we've got all that going on. So we're going to send you... Oh, stop again with that horrible... They never pipe up to say anything nice. They're just absolutely evil. They just are. Okay. I can't work like this. I just can't. You know what? I'm going on a break. Listen to the goddamn news. That's all I can say. So the the Serious Out Q news is coming up next with all the GLBT news headlines. The lovely Bobby Rivers, will be joining us in the next hour here on the Frank DeCARO Show on Serious Out Q 149.
Okay.
This is Serious Out Q 149, America's gay radio station. Because out is in.
From the Serious Out Q newsroom, I'm Michael Wengert with these gay community headlines. In Northern Ireland, a Christian organization says there's no moral justification for the planned protest against Britain's annual Gay Pride Festival. 028, a church-based group which campaigns on issues of peace, justice, and social ethics, called on fellow Christians not to stage objections to this week's parade through the city center. Spokesman Gareth Higgins said that the protests, organized by an evangelical Christian coalition, were being undertaken in a spirit of homophobia. He acknowledged that there were aspects of gay pride that might appear offensive or disagreeable to some people, but said that Christianity has all too often become equated with intolerance and negative political stereotyping. The armed services are kicking out gay and lesbian service members by going online. Bill Peterson reports from San Francisco.
Jeff Howe, an Army specialist in Iraq, was discharged Wednesday. Not because he came out as gay, but because an officer found his online profile on the website connection.org. The PlanetOutGay.com network reports a commander started investigating Howe after he posted a picture of a destroyed vehicle on his blog. The commander objected to the photo and started looking into Howe's past. Howe says he thought his sexuality would not be a problem since he did not bring it up to other officers. But Shara Greer, SLDN's Director of Law and Policy, said the military interprets don't ask, don't tell more broadly than many people realize. Seemingly innocuous statements or actions outside of professional context can be used against officers. Service Members Legal Defense Network tells the Gay.com Planet Out Network that by the end of July, they had helped 10 people with similar cases. The people affected include a Farsi linguist, a doctor, an intelligence analyst, and a communications operator. At least 3 served in the Iraq War. The discharges come as most branches of the armed services report they are having difficulty meeting their recruiting targets for not only this year, but next year as well. SLDN is awaiting a ruling on its lawsuit to end Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which was argued in federal court last month. For Serious Out Q News, I'm Bill Peterson in San Francisco.
Melissa Etheridge, coming back after spending much of the past year fighting breast cancer, has booked performances beginning in October. The 44-year-old Etheridge, who was undergoing chemotherapy at the time, took to the stage with a shaved head but strong voice at the Grammy Awards in February for a Janis Joplin tribute and received a standing ovation. She also revealed in a recent interview that she and partner actress Tammy Lynn Michaels are considering having a baby. Etheridge took Best Female Rock Vocal Grammys in 1992 and 94. You're listening to Serious Out Q News. Former Democratic Party presidential contender, the Reverend Al Sharpton, has launched an initiative believed likely to make some of his most loyal supporters uncomfortable. Sharpton has pledged to jumpstart a grassroots movement that would address the issue of homophobia in the black community, a problem believed to have contributed to the epidemic rates of HIV/AIDS cases among African Americans, particularly black women. There is latent homophobia in our community, Reverend Sharpton told a gathering at the West Village apartment of gay rights activist Alan Roscoff. Sharpton was the only presidential candidate last year who unapologetically supported gay marriage and forcefully spoke out against the Bush administration in alliance with some black preachers when it threatened last year to support a constitutional amendment to ban same-sex marriage. Sharpton's initiative will include forums at public schools and churches aimed at educating the black community about AIDS and the dangers of homophobia. Sharpton said he also plans to launch public service announcements on black radio and to make the issue central to his civil rights work in the upcoming year. A gay man in Australia who was denied a chance to donate blood because he's gay has filed legal challenges to the Red Cross policy preventing gay men from serving as blood donors. 22-year-old Michael Kane says a Red Cross nurse told him he was barred from donating blood because he had sex with another man in the past year. The Australian Associated Press reports Kane also claims the nurse referred to him and other gay men as "you people." Kane has filed discrimination charges with the Tasmanian Anti-Discrimination Commission and the Australian Human Rights Commission, stating that the Red Cross policy unfairly singles out gay men. U.S. blood donation regulations in effect since the 1980s prohibit any man who has had sex with another man since 1977 from donating blood. For Sirius OutQ News on demand anytime, visit advocate.com. I'm Michael Wengert, Sirius OutQ News.
Live from both coasts at once. And they said it couldn't be done. It's the Frank DeCARO Show, featuring Doria Biddle on Sirius OutQ 149.
Yes, it's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria Biddle is live in Los Angeles. Dangle Dan is here, and I just got touched in an inappropriate manner by our guest, and it's not even his moment yet, but I liked it. I just did. I did. Bobby Rivers is going to join us this hour, and so he'll be coming up in our next segment, and he'll be here with us, and we're just going to keep him in the Actually, I think we're going to lunch, and he's going to sit here and do the show, because we're exhausted. We just have had it. We just are pooped. That's it. So, welcome back to the final hour of our show. We're so glad we saved Bobby till last because Doria and I are like going, is it done yet? Are we done yet? Are we done yet? So, anyway, no, because we're having lots of fun, but some days you're like, the show is over. I can't believe it. And now today we're going, we hope you're not having the same experience we are, is basically what I'm saying. Doria, am I telling too much? I think I am.
You're telling too much.
Telling
Frank.
too much
They can't
information.
see the hidden darkness behind the Frank DeCARO Show.
We can't tip our
We're saving that, and now we may lose out on that E behind the music.
I was in there was the Big O True West Hollywood story. I was actually done in that, but we did that on the Comedy Central channel a few years back, and it was traumatic for me. It was because I had to admit my addiction to mouth candy. So it was and it was terrible because
Scintillating.
No, it was good because we used to say, there was like a guy right in the theater when I used to go to the movies all the time, and he could get you anything you wanted. He just give him a little money and he'd hook you right up with jujubes or pixie sticks, any of that stuff, and it was terrible. So I got addicted to that. That was my big downfall. So that special, of course, is available nowhere. But anyway, it was fun at the time. It was very. I have to come to your house. Basically, it's not true. You can't actually see it, but you have to invite me to your house. I'll bring the tape. We'll watch. You'll cook. We'll watch. I'll point out things that happened. It'll be fun. So actually, I want to tell people this. I'm going to be hosting Homo Comicus here in New York City on August 18th. Jim David is going to be the headliner that night, and it's a night of gay comedy, and it's fun. So Mother's hosting a gay comedy night. I'm very excited. And Jim, my publicist / boyfriend / Bust Here TV guy, he sent out like 400 invitations last night. He sent it everywhere. I'm sure Doria
got one.
You got one. Bobby got one. Everybody got one. Jim is good. Dangle Dan got one. Yeah, Jim doesn't mess around. So anyway, but I'm going to be hosting that show, so it'll be fun. And Jim David is always, he'll kill, and it'll be fun, and we'll have a full house, and it'll be a thrill and a delight, and it'll be cute. So, Doria, you going to fly in for it or what?
No, I'm not, Frank. Sorry.
No?
It's a couple of days before my vacation, so I'll be flying.
Take a few days off. No one cares if you're on the show. I mean, nobody. You have time. It would be. Dan, help me out here.
I have a couple of fans out there, Frank.
I know you do. I do. A couple of one for each boob, I think, is the way it was going.
People say that when I'm not on the air with you, you get completely out of control.
It's true. They do say that. I'm just teasing. You know how much we love you. Not really. Anyway, so no, we do a lot. But it's we adore her completely. So anyway, so August 18th, I want to do that. If you adore Doria Biddle as much as I do, please go to DoriaBiddle.com and sign her guest book and look at her yabos and praise them profusely. I think it will be fun. Also, you can go to FrankDeCARO.com and praise my yabos. This is good too. I'll take them if you want. And so go to BobbyRivers.com. Go to DanglerSociety.com. Who else do we have going on there?
Romaine's Big Tits.
Romaine's Big Tits. That's a fun thing. That's always good. So anyway, see, they wouldn't let us do Doria's Perfect Tits. That's Biddle's Tittles is what we were going to do. I think that could totally be fun. And we're
Doria's Glorious Melons.
Doria's Glorious. Yeah.
Glorious.
That's the website.
I'm just enduring this.
Doria's Glorious is what we're going to do. That'll be totally fun, and it'll work out. You know what? We're going to go. We'll take a little break early here so that we can get right to Mr. Bobby Rivers here on the Frank DeCARO Show on Sirius OutQ 149.
You're in August company on Sirius OutQ 149.
Join us this Friday on Derek and Romaine.
We have comedian Julie Goldman.
Playgirl Sexplorer Jamie Waxman.
Plus dirty ads for Let's Get Personal Friday.
It's the best dating, sex, and pop culture show you've ever heard.
From Buffalo, New York to Dallas, Texas.
It's always a blast with Derek and Romaine.
That's right, bitches, on Sirius OutQ 149.
6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific.
Welcome back to Gay Vacation Getaways. All right, guys, final question. You want an ocean view room, jacuzzi, all-night gym, and you want the best deal on the net. Where are you going to go? Jeff?
Orbitz.com/gay travel.
You're absolutely correct. Ronnie, tell them all about Orbit's gay-friendly travel deals.
All righty. Orbitz was the first leading online travel agency to offer a gay and lesbian travel site. They've got deals on travel options you won't find on other sites, including gay guest houses in all the popular spots like Fort Lauderdale, Hawaii, and Mexico.
And what else, Ronnie?
Now you can save up to 20% on Avis car rentals when you book at Orbitz.com/gay travel. And remember, at Avis, domestic partners are automatically included as additional drivers with no extra fees.
There you have it. Orbitz makes it faster and easier to find gay-friendly travel. Just Orbitz and go.
Ever since D.L. Hughley premiered his new late-night show, Weekends at the D.L. on Comedy Central, things have been different around here.
From now on, you all are working on weekends. Oh. But you can drink on the job.
Weekends at the D.L. every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Celebrity guests, live music, and comedy that's topical but never typical.
I can't believe I get paid to party. Kids, follow your dreams.
Get your weekends off with Weekends at the DL. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at 11:10 Central, only on Comedy Central.
It's funny. It's entertaining. It's a little light in the woofers. It's the Frank DeCARO Show on Sirius OutQ 149.
Yes, it's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria Biddle's live in Los Angeles. Dang and dance, twisting our knobs, making us sound real pretty. And we're welcoming to our show a man who hosts Top 5 on the Food Network, and also you know him as one of the original VH1 VJs and a old friend of the Frank DeCARO Show, a young old friend of the Frank DeCARO Show, Mr. Bobby Rivers. Bobby, and here's the question: yes. Were they nice to you downstairs? Because you told me if they were, you said if security's not nice to you, you're going to just turn around and get out.
They were lovely to me. Could not have been nicer. They put me in a good mood. They put me in the mood that enables me to say right now, I love me some Frank DeCARO. Come here, baby.
He's touching me. He's touching me. Doria, it's as bad as that time you spoke French. Now he's touched me in private.
Now you know
places.
how I feel, Frank.
I'm going to get her
Frank
next
DeCARO.
time. I'm just going to do. You must have had
one of the coolest straight dudes this side of the country.
England, Dan. You don't tell. Oh, him. I was thinking of me. I thought you were telling me. Let's not push it there. I don't think they'll buy that. I don't know.
How are you, baby?
I'm so glad you're back. We've missed you.
I am glad to be back. But you were with me 3,000 miles away. I had to go out to Hollywood this week. Although I am going out to Hollywood to make a film. No.
I'm sorry.
And
that was enthusiasm.
Got together with some cool dudes in West Hollywood, and we were watching you on TV.
At the Tomcat Theater. People don't know.
You were dancing. Oh,
it was heaven. It just was. I remember that. No, I'm so. what has gone on? You haven't been here in months. What have you been up to? What were you doing in L.A.? Tell us.
Well, here's the deal. I had a meeting, not for a specific project for myself. I'm not going to name the company because there was drama when I got there. But I'm dealing with a new broadcast representative only for 3 months. So here's the deal. You've probably been through this, media sensation that you are.
Yes.
So she called me up from California and said, you know what? There's an executive with a major company he basically was having like a cattle call. He was just, you know what? Have you ever auditioned for an under 5?
No, because they won't even let me do that. Yes.
For those
under 5 means
under 5 lines.
Yes.
Now, for those of you actors who may be listening, now you know if you're auditioning for basically a bit part, that's what an under 5 is, that they can go through like 20 actors in a half hour. You just walk in, hi, nice to see you, tell me about yourself, do the audition, and you leave. So the broadcast rep said this executive in Hollywood is seeing who deals in TV is seeing a lot of people, and if you can get out there, I can get you a 2:00 meeting on August the 2nd. So obviously they're not seeing me for my own project because it's just get out there. Called up my fabulous cousin, a flight attendant, who hooked me up with a standby free ticket.
Fabulous.
Which meant that I had to go from New York to Newark. Out of Newark, fly to Houston, pick up my cousin. The flights are booked this week because people are on summer vacation. Fly from Houston to Orange County. From Orange County, rent an SUV and drive down to L.A. for this meeting. And maybe drop off and see some relatives who are still in Southern California. So, the day of the meeting, I start getting these calls. Well, can he move the meeting from 2 to 4? Now he wants to move it to 4:30. Now he wants to move it to 6. I'm thinking, I've traveled the whole country for this. Then apparently it made the paper, the Post, that I was having a meeting. Now here's how it went. Bobby Rivers is meeting with executives at so-and-so company and then coming back to New York to do the local PBS pledge this coming Saturday. All right. Now, the executive saw this in L.A., in the Post, and flipped out, wanted to cancel the meeting. So
why?
Okay, so that's the point. Because when something happens that to me is like so ludicrous, I don't get mad. The agent is like yelling, well, this is going to blow the whole deal because this makes it seem like you're a big star out to get your own talk show. I went, but I'm not meeting for my talk show. He's seeing a bunch of people. I'm one of the people. Does it say that I'm meeting for a talk show? No. Well, then why is he mad? Because it's in the paper. Well, is he canceling the meeting? He wants to move it to 6, but he wants a retraction that there's not going to be a meeting. But he wants to move the meeting to 6. Yeah, this is how it went. And I had to say, if I was such a big star, why would I be flying back to New York to appear on the local PBS drive, introducing Judy Garland duets for the 15 queens on the Upper East Side who are actually going to be watching it, calling in for the free goddamn tote bag, them and Lorna Luft. Explain this to me.
I'm with you. I understand this.
So I get there. And I had a free place to stay. So what happened is my cousin and I had to find the guys whose apartment they were going to stay at because it's a work day. So we're like driving around to get the keys. Then I get the call. Well, the executive wants at about 2:45. He wants to move the meeting up now to 3:30. Okay, we're in West Hollywood. We've got to get to Burbank. Hit MapQuest. Find out how to get to Burbank. We should make it 3:45. I got there in time. Walked in. The man knew nothing about me. He didn't know I'm currently seen on it. And I have you know how you can tell when somebody's done some homework? Now you can go to IMDb, type in my name, it comes up. He apparently never read the resume, never logged onto the website. So it was like, you were on VH1? Did you ever meet Rosie O'Donnell? Yes, we shared an office. Yes, I know Rosie O'Donnell. I knew Rosie O'Donnell before her lover did.
You were her first lover.
I was her first lover.
Say it.
Well, I was her first lover. Yeah, I had a goatee. She thought I was Kay Ballard. It was like a quick meet and greet meeting with this executive who didn't know who I was, but I had a Hollywood meeting and could not wait to get back. Could not wait to get back, but this guy was the last time I had a big meeting in LA was in 1990. You know who it was with?
Daryl Zanuck.
No, close.
Just kidding. No.
James L.
Swifty Lazar.
No, this is true. It was James L. Brooks who liked my VH1 work. So I went in with a person who was representing me at the time. Now, James L. Brooks created the Mary Tyler Moore Show, Taxi, gave us The Simpsons, got 3 Oscars on the same night for directing, writing, and producing Terms of Endearment. Invited me to come out to L.A. for a meeting. He apologized for being 10 minutes late. Just 10 minutes. This guy wanted to move a meeting from 2 to 6. What is he giving us? The new Gilligan's Island.
It's always that way. I just like when people say, it's true. I won't name names, but there was someone on a reality show that has been dicking Jim around in terms of just doing an interview. And it's sort of like, excuse me, but if Meryl Streep says she's going to call, she calls.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, this reality show nothing is kind of being a wiener. But they're always so. Fashion was the same way. Armani and Versace, you'd always have the ticket. They were nice to you.
Exactly.
Some pissant thing, they were nasty and they didn't know what the hell was going on.
And the other thing, that this guy was causing so much drama that when I got there, I expected him to look like, L.B. Mayer in the old MGM days. The guy was like 29, 30, looked like, he should have been working at Bennigan's going, "Hi, would you like to hear about our desserts?" What the fuck?
Tell me about the El Presidente margarita again. Yes. That's Chili's, actually, Pittsburgh. And I don't know anything about Chili's, ever.
Oh, man.
No, I'm kidding. We're talking to Bobby Rivers. Little inside Hollywood scoopage here from Mr. Bobby. You know him from Top 5 on the Food Network, which is about the happiest reason to fly JetBlue is when you see Bobby on the little train
I'm
there.
on 5 times a day, 5 times a week now?
Yeah.
It's a Monday through Friday. The show's on Monday through Friday, so I'm getting more street recognition. And the coolest part was being recognized by the gay community in West Hollywood. I love West Hollywood. It's just, being recognized by family.
I think being
by hot-looking family. Sookie now. Yeah.
Did you get a little something?
No, I had no time to, but let me tell you.
It's all about the promise that it could happen. You don't even have to do it. It's really that somebody would.
Hot-looking muscle bears coming up to me going, "Love your work. Give me a hug." I went, "Oh, babe, I'm thumping. My name is Thumper."
You need to go to. Everyone's telling me this Lazy Bear weekend.
Where is that?
In
Boca?
Yes.
Yeah, they are lazy. They're dead. They're 90.
Yosemite.
It's not at Yosemite anyway. It's at Jellystone. No, anyway. But no, it's at what is it? Where is it, Doria? North of where do people go? Big Bear? Is that where it is?
Ooh,
it's
name.
No, it's not at Big Bear.
Yeah,
no, it's north of San Francisco.
When I was a little kid, that name always
Russian
made me weak in the knees.
Russian River.
Big Bear and Big Sur.
To Big Sur with love, I think is what we're hoping for. Yes. Someone to take you from lipstick to perfume, Bobby.
Hello.
I think that's what it could. No, take crayons to perfume.
Did you go to a bear weekend or?
No, I haven't been anything. No, I've been traveling a lot though. I was at the Montreal Comedy Festival.
Did you perform or?
No, who would want me to perform? But anyway. No, I went to stuff, and some of it was good, and recruited people for the show, and that was fun.
Good.
And what else did we do? We went there, and we were in L.A. for a few weeks. I was auditioning for the I've Got a Secret, the gay version of I've Got a Secret.
Okay,
but they gave it to Michael Musto, but now Musto doesn't want it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm the next person on their list.
Okay,
so
now can I ask something? And you know I love you. You know I love Musto. Now, I'm watching all the news shows, right? And I just watch all these stuff like Logo and, when the other cable channels have Gay Pride Month. Do they think that there are only, 4 gay people in America?
Yes.
You, Musto, Judy Gold, and Mario Cantone.
Yeah, that's it. That is it. Have I gotten overexposed enough that I'm on that list now? Woo! 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 Are people tired of looking at me? Woo! Woo! Woo!
I'm not. I watched you in West Hollywood.
I am the queen of the
but
unpaid
Frank, you
gig.
haven't gotten paid for any of it.
I'm the queen of the unpaid gig, I'm telling you.
No, come on.
So if Musto drops out,
but we still aren't going.
Why doesn't he want it?
Well, we still haven't been invited to the GLAAD Awards.
Yes, no, but it's okay. We have a Frank Award, so it doesn't matter.
That's even better.
Is your mug holding up, by the way? Your
Is
Frank
it?
Award mug, good. Anyway,
I hope. I'm seeing Paramount in the morning.
It's the taste.
Mr. DeMille. Mr. DeMille wants me.
Don't worry, it's not about your car. It's fine.
Look at my mug. Did you read my column today?
No.
Oh, okay. What? Big Hollywood news.
What?
Well, maybe big to us because we're baby boomers at a certain age. Today, I remember where I was and what I was doing on this day way back in 1962 because we had the radio on in the kitchen, and a newscaster said, screen star Marilyn Monroe was found dead. Okay, this is the anniversary of Marilyn Monroe's death.
My God.
If you log on to latimes.com, she is still making front page news. Okay, but you have to read the article. I was drinking coffee from my Frank DeCARO Sirius Satellite mug and did a Danny Thomas spit take.
Why?
Well, because there's new revelations came out from her therapy sessions. Okay, she read Shakespeare, she read James Joyce, she had sex with Joan Crawford.
Hot.
Mommy queerist and Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my!
Well, we knew about Joan Crawford.
Oh, but you got to read. You got to read Marilyn talking about Joan Crawford.
Oh my God! Oh,
so of course I had to blog it.
Oh, that's yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll go to BobbyRivers.com. We'll get all the best shit right there. Hey, let's go to the phones. People want to talk to Bobby. 866-305-6887. Paul in Massachusetts. You're on with the lovely and talented Mr. Bobby Rivers.
This is the sweetest guy.
Bobby, I adore you.
I'm
you fucking mug.
Oh, you know what? This is like You've Got Mail, the gay version, the way it should have been done. This guy has paid more attention to me and been sweeter than most agents, broadcast agents I've had. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm wonderful, and you're absolutely fabulous. That's why I don't give you a hard time like I give Frank.
Can you hear the eyes rolling, or did you only see those, actually? Did you hear the creak of the eyes rolling? Oh, okay.
Oh, and I was listening earlier, but I didn't want to waste my call to Bobby by calling in earlier. Doria, I think you should mud wrestle with Cheryl under the name of the Quaker Crusher.
The Quaker Crusher.
I think it could be good.
It's just not Quakerly. Mud wrestling.
Just not Quakerly.
She's a Quaker, you know. She's
Now,
a
there's
lesbian
a sitcom
Quaker.
title.
Lesbian Quaker?
Now, the next time I'm out in West Hollywood, because I'm going to go back, maybe not for the company I met with when I was out there, but I want to go back. Can I be a guest on the show from Doria's location?
Yes, you can come in studio with me.
All right, fine.
Don't be nice to her, though.
Anyway,
I'm sorry. Never mind.
But, Paulie, thank you.
You just step in when Frank is out.
Hey, I applied for work here, Paulie. I never got a response. I applied for clerical.
To hire you.
I applied for clerical.
And I really, really want Logo to do Banging Bobby Rivers.
Then Banging Bobby Rivers would be very cute.
Oh yes, I would love a show like that.
Yep, take care of your love life and work all in the same shot.
Well, there is somebody I currently have a big crush on. He's in my acting class.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Paul, I have to hang up on you so I can hear this dirt.
Paulie, you have a good weekend.
Bye,
Bye, sweetie.
All right. Who's in your acting class?
Well, I don't even know. You know what? But I don't.
Is it like Ethan Hawke? I mean, like, who are we talking?
No, this is like a bit. Okay, if it was if he was being cast in a movie, he'd be either Terrence Stamp or Patrick Stewart. This is a big Euro gent.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he used to be on